For years, the libs told conservatives that if we don't like the way that they censor us on big tech platforms, that we should build our own. Build your own Twitter. Build your own Facebook. Build your own Google. The suggestion is absurd. Maybe in the very earliest days of social media, there was room for competition. Remember MySpace, LiveJournal, Zanga, Friendster, lots of other sites. Those days are over. They've been over for a long time. Eventually, a handful of platforms reached a critical mass and ensconced themselves in power. And they formed cozy relationships with the federal government. And they exploited legal liability protections. And they even outright defrauded the user base that gave them the critical mass in the first place, with the understanding that they would be able to see and post whatever they wanted to. Then the big tech companies pulled the rug out. It is simply not possible to build our own Twitter. It hasn't been for years, and leftists know it, which is why they keep making the suggestion. Conservatives could try to wield the government to bring these massive corporations into line, but that's very difficult, if not impossible. And lots of conservatives don't have the stomach for it, and even those of us who do have the stomach for it don't have any real political power in a system dominated almost entirely by the left. But it turns out there's a third option beyond build your own Twitter and break Twitter, and that is buy Twitter. Buy Twitter, which is what Elon Musk is apparently willing to do, spending more than $41 billion right now on offer. And why is he doing it?
My strong intuitive sense is that having a public platform that is maximally trusted and broadly inclusive is extremely important to the future of civilization.
But you've described yourself.
I don't care about the economics at all.
Okay, that's cool to hear.
Bingo. Republics govern through speech in the public square. Twitter makes up a huge portion of the public square. And Twitter is keeping lots of Americans out of the public square, including really prominent ones, including Donald Trump, right? Including the duly elected sitting president when they took him out. Which means, as a practical matter, that right now we are no longer living in a functioning republic. So Elon Musk is going to mount a hostile takeover to take it back. And what happens if that takeover attempt doesn't work?
Okay, so you don't like to lose. If, in this case, you are not successful in, the board does not accept your offer, you've said you won't go higher, is there a plan B?
There is.
I think we would like to hear a little bit about plan B.
For another time, I think.
Another time?
Yeah.
All right.
I love it so much. I don't think I'm going to tell you my plan B. Elon, of course, could have anything up his sleeve. He's currently got more than 9% of the company up his sleeve, meaning that he could sell all of it and tank the stock. Or he might have something even more creative planned. Or it might all just be a giant troll to expose the hideous corruption at Twitter and throughout Silicon Valley. Either way, it is the most hopeful moment for conservatives that we have had in politics since election night 2016. Right now, head on over to mizenandmain.com, use promo code Knowles. Just the other day, I was packing for a trip down to the beach, and I open up my closet. Where does my eye go right to? It goes right to one of my absolute favorite polo shirts from Mizzen and Main. What do I love so much about this shirt? Number one, it looks phenomenal. The style is just really crisp and clean and sophisticated looking. But two, I am of Italian descent. It means I have a penchant for perspiring, okay? This is not great with a lot of different shirt companies. Mizzen and Main, because it's that performance athletic material with that great classic style, it means I don't need to worry about sweating through my shirt. They've got all sorts of stuff. They've obviously got their great Oxford shirts. They've got dress shirts, everything. You can skip the dry cleaner. I really love those performance polos in particular. Right now, whether you're working from the golf course or taking conference calls in the courtyard, we've got some really great news. Right now, if you go to mizenandmain.com, use promo code Knowles, you get $35 off any regular price order of $125 or more. That's $35 off when you go to MIZZENAND MAIN.com. Use promo code Knowles. Did you like that clip? Good. I'm glad. Ring that bell. Subscribe. Get the notifications. Head on over to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, wherever you get your audio podcasts. Subscribe to The Michael Knowles Show. Leave a 5-star review, and I'll see you next time.